Welcome back to Real, the React segment. I am Michelle Moreno, and the sad reality is this is the last time you'll ever see me again. Okay, let's get into React.
What are you reacting to?
We are reacting to pictures and videos from this class that I've taken personally because I am an amazing photographer. We're gonna start off with this picture of me sitting in the corner.
That you took?
That Oliver took, because I can't take pictures of myself.
Why are you sitting there in the corner?
I remember sitting there in the corner because it was just there. The chair was open and I wanted to sit down. And then we have a picture of Zach. He is built like a C for Coronado. And then it's me and Zach. I remember this day because nobody matched for picture day and I was mad about it. Super mad.
What are you doing with your face there?
I'm doing the lip bite. We have Mr. Ward, who wears the same thing every day.
Do I really?
No.
I do roll up the sleeves every day.
This is me after we ate Japanese snacks and that Pocky was really good. And this is Mr. Ward, one picture of many. And I unfortunately cannot put all the pictures on here.
Why?
There's too many. Oh, I remember this day. It was the award thing, and Omar looked lost, so I invited him to sit with us. And he's like, I didn't know our parents could come. And so he called his mom, and they were talking, and in the middle of it, he goes, hello? And I thought it was hilarious. This is just Taylor. Apparently, I make this face every day. I don't think that is true, but Mr. Ward said it is. I'm doing the face, aren't I? This is Zach 5 minutes ago. He sent this to the group chat. We'll probably never use it again. This was such a bittersweet moment. It was when I realized this class was my favorite class. Look at Mr. Ward crying. He's literally sobbing right now. Mr. Ward was making me podcast when I was sick. I literally had blood coming out of my nose and eyeballs. And I still had to do a podcast.
Everybody's eyes look like that when you pull them down.
This is me and Zach at prom. It was a nice picture. He's not a nice guy though. This is me and Taylor at the award ceremony. And we're trying to make Mr. Ward not get us smiling in anything.
What?
It's Oliver. After we thought it's such a good picture. Apparently I make this face still. This is Mr. Ward, 2 out of many. Mr. Ward and Mr. Reimer, back to back.
Yo, tell me why they
Besties.
got the same yeah. They got the same colors.
It's Mr. Ward, but with no body. It's Mr. Ward again. Why is Mr. Ward in all of these?
I don't know.
He's going crazy now.
He's so stressed right now. I feel kind of bad.
Let me filing his taxes.
No.
It's Oliver. Okay, next one. This is Mr. Ward. I told you there's so
Let's get down to business.
dreams don't work unless you do. Is Mr. Ward catching me taking a picture of him? Wait, I have to take one last picture. I have to take one last picture of Mr. Ward.
What?
Yeah, that's
Oliver looks so tired. Okay, next one. Oliver bending over the table. It's Oliver looking at his phone. It's Mr. Ward and Harry Styles. I love Harry Styles. Oh, this is when I found out that Tolliver was actually my church buddy. And Zach pulled up.
At the mall?
Yeah.
Oh, we just found each
We
other.
kind of saw each other.
This is Mr. Ward again. I have to tell you a funny story. So it was Jersey Day, I guess, and he wore a jersey. And I didn't mean to be rude about it, but he was wearing a size medium. And I was like, Mr. Ward, you wearing medium? And he left and he came back with a size large. He was so offended. That's Mr. Ward again.
What's going on there?
It's Mr. Ward.
How many pictures did you get of me?
This is my favorite picture because it was off guard. Like all the Mr. Ward pictures. But this is the last picture that we took as a class.
That's it. Look at my face.
And I don't know why I'm bent like this, but I am. Next picture. They're literally built like C's. Like I would literally reenact that pose. It's like this. Did you get that? This is me and Zach fighting for like the millionth time. Mr. Ward is Batman. I remember doing that. No, it's hilarious. Next picture. Play the video.
Oh gosh.
Look at this face. Play this video. This is me. Nobody wanted to dance with me. And that's the same video. That's a video.
What was I doing?
Wait, this one's my favorite. It's Taylor yelling at Zach. I think Zach made everybody mad on purpose. Oh, we matched outfits, kind of. She wore that one the day before, and I have knockoff Doc Martens. I think this is a video. Oh yeah. Mr. Ward is famous.
He is famous.
I think you were the host of that show.
Mr. Ward is still famous, guys.
Was that the show you're just looking down constantly?
And this is a great video.
Hold on, I look like a crab.
He's coming out. She was like, Michelle sent something, and Zach was like, "Can I know what she said?" And she said no, but I remember exactly what was said. I said, "Zach looks like he could be off Saved by the Bell."
You're about to be saved by the bell now. The bell's about to ring in a minute. Let's end it on this one here.
Where's my picture?
Oliver looks like Hansel from Hansel and Gretel. That's me.
How many pictures of Mr. Ward do you have on your phone?
Is that a video?
No, that is a still frame.
That was me the whole class, or like literally me like last 2 weeks. That was the end of Reacts, and I'm so sad to be leaving this place for good.